Join me and hundreds of other real estate investors in Nashville, March 19th through the 21st for the next RubeCon, the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference. Now it's the Income Building Live Conference. Join me as we have 3 days of amazing education, networking, and connecting with other real estate investors. We are entering the best time ever to invest in real estate, and you need to have the upper hand. And the Income Building Live Conference is all for you. Go to incomebuildinglive.com. A link will be in description. Go there and get your ticket. It's early bird discount right now, and you need to be ready for this amazing time for investing in real estate, just like all the experts, and we're going to show you how to do it at the Income Building Live Conference. Get your tickets right now before prices go up, and I'll see you there. You're listening to the Master Passive Income Podcast Network. Welcome to the Master Passive Income Show. My name is Dustin Heiner, and I'm here to help you learn how to get financial independence, quit that job, that just overbroke job, and live the dream life by investing in real estate. Now, today, I am super pumped to bring on two fantastic investors who in 6 months have bought 2 properties, making well over $500 a month in passive income from these properties, and show how you can do it as well. All right, let's start the show.
Welcome to the Master Passive Income Podcast, where we talk about investing in real estate with a special focus on making enough money so you can quit your job and live the dream life. And now, here is your host, Dustin Heiner.
What's up? What's up? Super blessed as always to have you here with me on the show. Now, I am so pumped about what Actually, let me share with you something that I'm doing that's really, really fun that you might want to get a kick out. Now, as I'm recording this, it's getting towards the end of the year of 2025 and 2026 is starting. Now, there's something that I do all the time, and I don't talk about this very much, but I just want to share it with you because I'm going to be doing something really, really fun. So I have been doing Olympic lifting for, my goodness, at least 10 years now. You know, I started back in college. I actually played college football. You know, funny enough, I played for a college called Fresno State in California, played football, walked on. You know, if you've ever seen the movie Rudy, kind of feels like that. I walked on, made the team, and I was doing Olympic lifts. They just basically did a clean, which you pick a bar off the ground, put it to your chest, just like in the Olympics. You watch them in the Olympics. But then I hadn't done it for years. After college, got done playing football and didn't really lift weights. Didn't do anything. But then I started getting older and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to now start exercising because I didn't. And I was getting really weak and just, overweight and all that stuff. And so I decided to do CrossFit. And I was like, you know what? I just want to compete with other people and have a good time. And so I started CrossFit, which was a lot of fun. I did it for 4 or 5 years. And in the meantime of doing CrossFit, started doing more Olympic lifting and got into the snatch, which is you start from a big barbell from the very ground. You pick it directly over your head as fast as you can. I started doing that too. I was like, oh, wow, these are pretty fun movements. But, year after year, I just kept doing CrossFit, which was a lot of fun. And then eventually I thought, you know what? I just like the Olympic lifting. In the Olympics, the actual Olympics, they do the snatch and the clean and jerk. Snatch, you take the bar from the ground all the way over your head as fast as possible and stand it upright. Clean and jerk, you do the clean first, which you pick it up from the ground to your chest, and then you press that over your head. And you do as fast as you can, and you try to get that weight up. And so I have last 10 years just been doing that. No more CrossFit. CrossFit's great, don't get me wrong. But I realized I just love Olympic lifting. And here's the reason why. Now, I always talk about real estate. I always talk about real estate because I want to help you and coach you to invest in real estate. But then at the same time, if you don't have health, honestly, like what does it matter having any money? Because and everybody knows 100% of the people die. It's a proven fact. Everybody dies. And so if you could prolong your life and number one, if you can live longer, number one, that's great. But also number two, if you have a better quality of life, like I'm more stronger now, I guess is the way to say it. I'm stronger now than when I was playing in college. Now, I'm definitely not as fast. I have been sprinting as much as I did back then. I played running back when I played in college at Fresno State. And now, though, I am so much stronger. I can squat a lot more. I can deadlift and clean and jerk and snatch a lot more than I had because so I've been solely focusing on it. And the reason why I'm telling you all this is because I want you to also be looking at your real estate, your wealth building, and everything just like that. I'm always teaching that. And this is what this episode we're going to be talking all about that. But I also wanted you. I'm going to share with you that I'm starting an experiment. Starting an experiment that if you want to be along with for the ride with me, then I am so pumped. I want you to be there with me. But I mean, you guys know I make my money through real estate, and I don't have to work. In fact, one of my favorite things is that every single morning I can wake up with no alarm. No alarm wakes me up ever, unless I have to get to the airport or something crazy like that. But I just wake up whenever I wake up, and then I go lift weights. And if you ever get the opportunity of never having to go with or wake up with an alarm again, I hope that for you because it's life changing. But then at the same time, because I don't have to work, because I don't have a job, I have real estate that makes me money every single month coming in cash flow. In fact, some of my properties are making me $3,000 a month. And I kid you not, that's profit. $3,000 a month in profit. If you invest right, if you do the right, everything, obviously everything I share with you in this podcast and YouTube channel. But on top of that, because of my real estate investing, now I could do what I absolutely love. I do this 5 days a week without fail. And what's great is I go to do Olympic lifting, and I'm lifting for about 2 hours. 2 hours every, 5 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, skip Thursday to rest, Friday, Saturday, and skip Sunday, go to church or be with the family and rest. But I do that 5 days a week. And I also realized that a lot of guys come up to me in the gym, because if, I drop like 300 plus pounds from over my head onto a platform, that makes a lot of noise. And so people kind of look over, not like, they're not, hopefully not thinking I'm a jerk for dropping the weight, because that's what they're there for. But I have a lot of guys come up to me saying that I'm encouraging them to lift as well, encouraging them just like not a workout partner, but somebody at the gym that they know is going to be there all the time. Like, we'll never fail because I don't ever miss. I just can't miss because I love doing it. I feel weird if I don't go to the gym. Well, what I'm doing is an experiment. Just like I hopefully encourage other people at my gym to lift. They come up and say, man, it's so great seeing you. I wish I could do that. I'm so glad you're here because it makes me want to come back. I'm going live. That's the experiment, is I'm going live with all of my workouts 5 days a week. At least that's the plan. I'm going to do it for an entire year. I'm going to go live for an entire year because I want to help other people and encourage you and other people to not just invest in real estate, but to also get healthy. Now, my problem is eating. I need to focus and get better on eating. But as far as like working out, I can never stop working out. That's just how I am. And so hopefully if you join, so I'm going to let me finish out the thought. I'm going to go live on YouTube and Instagram and even Facebook. I'm going to be going live on all of those channels. And so usually I'm lifting around 9 a.m. Central Time, which is that's 7 a.m. Pacific Time. I lift for about an hour and a half usually. I'm there for about 2 hours total because I am, warming up and everything. But if you go and watch me and my lift, if you don't go to the gym, hopefully I'm going to encourage you that the gym is not scary. Exercising is amazing for you. You feel better. I feel so much better when I lift. And here's another thing. Let's say you don't go to the gym at all. You don't go to the gym, but at the same time, maybe you're scared about going to the gym thinking other people are going to look at me and they're going to think I don't know what I'm doing, or you get kind of self-conscious. I kid you not, everybody at the gym, nobody cares about anybody else. They only care about themselves and how they are lifting and how they are looking. I never see people like critique other people, or at least the gyms I go to. Nobody like, oh, look how that person. In fact, when somebody's a little bit heavier and they're coming in and exercising, I see people get excited for them and like give them encouragement and stuff like that because, hey, in the end, the only thing you have is your health. And so if your health deteriorates, then you're stuck. So we wanted to never let that happen. And so I'm going live for an entire year. Go to Master Passive Income. You'll see me go live there. And I'll be going live for an hour to hour and a half usually, and 5 days a week. And that's my experiment for an entire year. It's starting now. I've already done about 5 days, I think. And so I have an entire year. I find, just like with real estate investing, I just keep moving forward because that's what I love to do, real estate investing. And if anybody else wants to join me, if they want to learn how, then yeah, jump on the show or listen to the show, watch my free YouTube videos that are all just coaching how to do it. I just am one track minded. And I found that's the best way to inspire people. And hopefully I'm inspiring you to invest in real estate, to change your life to where you can go to the gym 5 days a week for 2 hours if you want and not work a job. Oh my goodness. So join me on I go to Master Passive Income YouTube channel and just watch me in my live and lift weights at the same time with me. I'm talking, having a good time. But anyways, I'm so pumped to have my next guests on, or multiple guests. And so I had these two ladies came to the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference, and they are fantastic. They're sisters, and they're super awesome. To listen to the podcast, they come to the conferences, and obviously Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference is now Income Building Live because I'm changing it all up to help you to invest and get income to replace your income from your job. Well, you can get your tickets, get 10% off your ticket. It's going to be March 19th through the 21st in Nashville, 2026. It's going to be amazing. Use the promo code Dustin to get 10% off, but you need to be there. Regular, everyday people that are coming on the podcast that have come to my events and their lives have been changed. You need to be one of the million people that I am helping to invest in real estate and hopefully become financially independent, where I'm going to be interviewing the Haynes sisters who came to my event, the Real Estate Wealth Builders Conference, Income Building Live, and they're going to share with you why you need to go as well. And I'll see you at Income Building Live. Go to incomebuildinglive.com and use the promo code Dustin. And let's get into this show with the Haynes sisters. Thank you so much for being here, you guys.
Of course. Thank you for having us.
So we'll jump right into it. You guys sound like twins. Are you guys twins?
We are. We are twins. Yeah, we're 5 minutes apart. Yep.
So who is older and who is younger?
Me.
Okay, you're
I'm
older by
older.
5 minutes?
Yeah.
You look older. I'm just joking. Very, very joking.
More wrinkles.
Yeah, I probably should never say something like that to females, but you guys are really young, so I thought it was a little easier to say something like that. But no, so I am so glad. Like when you told me that you listened to the podcast, number one, I was excited. I love it, meeting people, listening to the podcast. But then just from listening to the podcast, being able to get the encouragement and courage to actually do it. Plus your dad, Dick, he's a terrific investor too, so that helps to have somebody like that on top of this as well. Yeah, definitely. He's standing right over there. So if you're watching this on YouTube, we're at RubeCon right now, and we're literally recording in the hallway. We have so many people walking by, but this was a golden opportunity to be able to jump on and meet you guys. So tell us a little about both your story and what made you guys want to invest, and what's like your vision to get in there.
Yeah. So, as you said, our dad is an investor, and we grew up, our parents were divorced, but we grew up seeing him invest in real estate, and so it was always familiar to us, and we always wanted to. We just didn't really know how to because we had to have that down payment, and we lived in Southern California growing up. We still live in Orange County, but we moved around a little bit between. But the market's just crazy. It's so expensive. And so we graduated from school and paid off student loans and kind of just like did the grind, you know? And so when I stumbled upon your podcast, it was during COVID, actually. Laura reminded me that we would go biking a lot and be like, let's go bike around and listen to Dustin's new podcast. Yeah, and so listening to your podcast, it was like eye-opening. Wow, we can actually do this, and it's doable, and it's not so daunting as you assume. And so I shared it with her.
Yeah. So we always we were trying to think back on like what really got us into real estate. And I think we're just like, we always had that interest. And I think it is maybe just seeing our dad invest a lot that it was very normal for us. And
so for everybody listening to this, we're laughing because their dad is definitely making sure that they're very happy right now. Well, I know, like I have kids. My goal in life is to embarrass them. Yeah. So more than likely your dad's very similar in that way. Anyways, go ahead. Laura, keep finishing.
Yeah. So I think we were trying to think back on that, and I actually have worked for a lot of companies.
And I want to pause for a quick second and share that honestly, I really want you to invest in real estate. Now, my new goal is to help 1 million people invest in real estate. So 2 things I would ask from you. Number 1, if you get anything out of this episode, please share it with somebody else. Just say, hey, check out Dustin at Master Passive Income. He really wants to help 1 million people to invest in real estate. That's number 1. Number 2, I want to get you to invest in real estate. Get my real estate investing course absolutely for free. Text the word rental, RENTAL, to 33777. Rental to 33777. I'll literally give you my course, show you how to find an area of the country to invest, how to build the business first. I always talk about that, and how to find the right properties, how to make sure you're getting experts to do the work for you, and scale the business to where you're making $250 or more in passive income. Scale it to quit your job. I'll literally get to you, or go to masterpassiveincome.com/free course. Obviously, it'll be in the description, but I really, really want you to invest in real estate, because the more that actual, normal, everyday people own real estate that are good landlords, the better everybody's life gets.
That have shut down. So I think for me, it was just looked at as like security to invest. And I always wanted to, and never had a job where I felt like I was able to really get ahead, super stable, and save a lot of money. So I think during COVID, we were able to start getting together. Lana actually moved right next to me during COVID in Orange County. And
We're neighbors
We were
still.
both working from home. Yeah,
That's
we're neighbors.
terrific.
So we were both working from home, and we just had a lot of time. And we just would go on bike rides, and she was telling me about the podcast, Dustin Heiner's podcast, and she kept telling me about it for a while. And I was like, fine, I'll eventually. I was like, who is this guy? I guess I'll give him a listen. And so we started listening to it, and it just really got us motivated to take action.
And it started in 2020. So
Yeah.
It wasn't like you bought it 8 years ago in 2014, 15, 16, where it was really, really 2020, and then in 2021, prices, people are like, oh my goodness, I can't invest because of prices and all that sort of stuff. But you guys did it.
And that's the thing, like you say, the best time to buy real estate was 20 years ago. The best time now is now.
You're 100% right, yes.
Yeah, and so I do feel like every year everyone's like, the market's crazy. Each year it keeps getting crazier. That's the noise, And so what you say on the podcast and what I looked into, it's forget the noise. You can always be successful in real estate. Just start, just take action.
Yeah.
And so I think listening to your podcast, it was like we actually just need to buy a place. We've gotten most of the research. I think it got to the point where we just need to learn by doing.
Yeah, we had done so much research. I feel like in my 20s a lot, on the weekends, I would read books, and I would try to learn and try to do research, and it just got to the point where it's so hard to learn at some point, or it's just you just had to do it. And I think that's what we realized. It was we just need to do it and learn by doing it, and that helped us the most, honestly.
And it seems like, at least for me, and it seems like everybody, especially all the students that I coach, it's that fear is right in front of your face when you had never done it before. And then once you do it that one time, oh my goodness, it's was it really that easy?
Yeah.
It's not easy, but it's simple. If you just understand how to do it, you just implement it, and then you guys have done it twice now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So talk to us about, where are you investing right now, and a little bit about the first property that you got.
So the first property is in Mesquite, which is right outside of Dallas. We were trying to figure out what market, and we were looking kind of in Texas. I know you had talked about Texas being a good place, and I actually had an old coworker that was now a realtor in Dallas. And so I was like, I'm just going to hit him up. Haven't talked to him in 7 years, but let me just hit him up and see if he's open to working with us on finding a property. And I think that really helped us just feel more comfortable with knowing the person, even though he really wasn't a investor real estate agent. But I think just being able to work with him made us feel more comfortable and made it actually happen.
Because we had that connection with him already, and we needed someone to be a little bit patient with us because we had a lot of questions. Yeah, so I think that really helped us progress forward. And so then we made some offers on places in Mesquite, our older sister was actually going to invest with us in that property in Mesquite, and then we were making offers, and it was really competitive at that time because it was in probably around July of 2021.
Yeah, so
Yeah, it was
interest
very
rates
competitive.
were very good, and we wanted to get in, but it was hard to get in. I feel like every time we were looking at a property, it like went off the market so fast.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
And so then there was one property that was a 2-bed, 2-bathroom, which I know after listening to I had listened to your podcast so long at that time, and I was like, this is everything Dustin says don't do, basically. It's not a 3-2, you know. But there was already a renter in there, and so that made it feel, one, more comfortable because we were in California, and then two, there was less competition because you had to put 20% down because so you're only like competing against other investors.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So we got the place.
Yeah.
Do you mind sharing a little bit of the numbers? Like can you share how much it was selling for, and did you capture any equity, and what's the passive income like on the property?
Yeah. So it was on the market for $219, and then we worked with our real estate agent, and we offered $195, and they came back. I believe it was at $215, and then we ended up countering at $210, and we got it for $210. And they didn't want to go any lower than that, but they were open to like taking off some closing costs.
Very cool.
Yeah, so once we got the inspection, we were able to get $4K paid for closing costs. So, yeah, it was...
That's money in your pocket. You'd have to normally pay that.
Yeah, that helped a lot.
Yeah, and back to the renter, I just wanted to say that I think for me, there was a lot of fear of like, okay, buying this house, and then how long is it going to take to get the renter in? Like, are we going to have to pay the mortgage for 3 months? So I think having...
less risky. It
Yeah.
felt less
I think having that renter in there made it feel a lot more comfortable. And doing the Zillow numbers originally looked like a better investment than it turned out to be. So we ended up the like mortgage and the insurance and the taxes are about $1,350. They were $1,350 when we bought it, and then I actually called around to a lot of property managers and was able to get one that was only $95 a month.
In Texas, there are flat fee ones. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we were only, at the time, the rent was $1,450. So we knew that we weren't going to make any money for like a while. But he was in a 2-year lease. The tenant was in a 2-year lease. He had signed that during the peak of COVID, like March 2020. And so the lease was going to end in about 6 months. So we knew that we could raise it quite a bit.
So you knew the market rents were considerably higher than that.
Yeah,
Got
we
it.
knew it was at
That's
like
great.
$1,650 was what we could get for it. So I think for us it was like, okay, we're willing to wait, 6 months to like be able to kind of raise it up.
Totally.
So that's
Well, because over time, we just know rents will go up. And if you already knew the market rents were low going into it, you buy it knowing that you can raise it, which that's the end goal. Like it's great if you could literally from the very beginning have the rent at a certain price that we want, but it's okay because over time we'll get it up. So that was the first property you said Mesquite in Texas. Second property close to there, or where was the second property?
The second property was in Lubbock, Texas. So the first one wasn't close to the 1% rule, and I think we really wanted to try to get the 1% rule. Originally, we wanted to stay kind of with the same real estate agent and in Texas, and then I just stumbled upon Lubbock, like on YouTube, I think. And then
It's a small town, isn't it? I mean, it's not like Dallas-Fort Worth or anything like that.
No,
Yeah.
small town. Texas Tech is there.
It's the draw.
Oh, I
yeah,
bet.
Draw.
and it was close to the 1% rule. It was possible there, so that's kind of where we started focusing.
And one thing to add with the Mesquite property, we knew it was not meeting the 1% rule. We knew it was a 2-2, but we just wanted to get in the market so
Totally.
bad.
Yep.
And this was our chance. And our older sister actually dropped out because she got cold feet.
Oh, Chantel, I'm calling you out on the podcast.
Because she hadn't been listening to the podcast, so she got nervous, and so we were like, okay, we're putting more money in than we initially thought, but we just want to get in so bad. So we knew it wasn't the best deal, but we were okay with that.
So
there wasn't
now,
much risk.
have you been able to raise rents, and now is it
Yes.
performing well?
Yep.
Good.
So we raised it to 1,600, so we were making 150,
Yeah.
which still isn't the 250. But yeah, now the tenant's actually going to move out later this month. So we're looking at turning it into a midterm rental.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, we
'cause-
think it'll be a good midterm
Absolutely.
rental.
Who do you have, or not who, but because you don't have to share that, but like you have somebody to manage that midterm rental, or how are you going to manage the midterm?
Yeah, so we're still trying to figure out the details. I've talked to a few different companies, but I think right now we're trying to figure out furnishing. And that was a big thing we were excited about, the Sarah Weaver.
Sarah Weaver's fantastic.
Yeah,
Love her.
so we're
Yes.
looking at her.
Well, okay, so everybody listening, at RubeCon here, we have Sarah Weaver here, and she's been amazing as the MC, but she's an even better investor. And she does the midterm properties, and she's just fantastic. So talking with her, picking her brain, or working with her, that's brilliant.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think basically we just need to furnish it and find a cleaner, and then I think we can run it ourselves. Like I'm totally fine with running it ourselves. I feel confident doing it. We actually did one with our mom's like side room, like running an Airbnb, and I was managing that. So I feel comfortable doing that. And we've talked to Furnish Finders already to get like the data on Mesquite. So we feel comfortable with that. We really just need to be able to furnish it and clean it.
And get a handyman and a...
Get the right
Yeah.
people in the business. Yeah.
Yep.
So
Build
this
the business.
So it's the Mesquite one that you're doing the midterm. Is it also in the Lubbock?
No, so Lubbock, I think when we got, once we did Mesquite, we were able to know exactly how to calculate the numbers, which I think really helped us for Lubbock. So when we were in Lubbock, we're like, at least I was very motivated to find a place that at least made $250 a month, ideally more. So Lubbock, we ended up getting a property that was $138,000 as a 4.2. And the current rent is $1,300 right
That's
now.
terrific.
Yeah, so we're making about $350 a month.
Is
on
it already? Wow. Is it already rented? And you guys have it?
It wasn't when we got it.
Okay.
But yeah, but now it is. Yeah, we're able to rent to like.
Yeah, that was a little more risky because we didn't know.
It's
I mean,
not
from
risky.
afar.
You're just not
Yeah,
ready
yeah.
for it. Yes, I get
Yeah,
it.
it was something new.
Yes.
But that one turned out to be a better investment.
Yeah.
I mean, the cash flow is better.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had to put new paint and some new doors on it. So it took us like 2 months to actually finish that and get a tenant in there. But yeah, it's performing really well. We haven't had like any issues there, and I actually thought it was going to be like $450 a month. So I was like, dang, only
The taxes in
$350?
Texas aren't
Yeah.
very friendly. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness!
Yeah.
I remember when I had my Houston property, I saw the county taxes. In most states, county tax is what you have, and I was like, "Oh, county tax is like $1,600, $1,700." I'm like, "Done, no big deal. I'm going to be making like $600 a month in passive income." And then I get a stupid city tax. It's like
I
double, if not
know.
triple, what the county was. I was like, "Oh my goodness, this was not nearly what I thought it was going to be."
Yeah.
But oh well, that's why we do our homework first. That's why we
Exactly.
hire the right people. I didn't ask the right questions when I didn't get the right people. Anyways,
Yep.
we do that now. So I got to ask you a question. Do you have the Greenlight Deal Analyzer that I have?
I don't think so.
I'll give it to you guys,
I'm
so-
a member.
Oh,
but I
you should
don't
have it.
think I.
Well, let's chat afterwards.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes,
I'll
we'll
let-
make sure you have it because I found, like, I use that in my business. Tom Sylvester, he's a speaker here at RubeCon. He helped me develop it. In fact, he's a systems and procedures and processes guy. Like he said, because it was rather amazing. So he was buying lots and lots of properties, and he was tired of running the numbers for himself, like actually doing all that work. So he made this spreadsheet and gave it to his VA, virtual assistant, and said, just find properties, run it through here. As soon as everything's good, send it to me and I can put offers on it. So I took that, what he had originally, and I said, let me make this for Master Passive Income. He's a friend of mine. We're in a mastermind together. I said, hey, can I use this? He's like, go right ahead. So I tailored it. I fixed it. I added things. I made it so that as foolproof as we can try to get it, it's educational. I'll definitely say this, it's educational. I'm not saying if you do this, it'll work out 100%, but at
Yeah.
least this is what I use in my business. It gives me a chance to then do more analysis because there's more information. Like when you buy a property, you could run the numbers through the analyzer, but it might not turn out well because maybe you got the wrong information that you put in, or maybe something's wrong with the property. There's a lot of stuff. But anyways, we'll make sure you have working with that. Now, what's the future? What do you guys want to see? You want to continue to grow? What's the eventual goal of your real estate investing?
Yeah, so sorry, I feel like I keep
go
talking.
for
But so we bought the first one in August of 2021, then the second one March of 2022. So after the first one, we were like, let's go, let's get our next one. We were so motivated, and Chantel, our older sister, joined us for the second one.
That's another fun part of the story because she
Please
saw,
share, yes.
even though Mesquite, it again wasn't the best investment with the numbers, but she did see that we were pretty successful. We weren't losing money, and so she wanted to invest with us in the next property.
Oh, so she gets in the good one.
I know.
Oh, Chantel.
She hopped back on board.
A little funny quick story that obviously it's an inside joke for us, but Chantel was supposed to come to Rubicon, but she couldn't. She said, hey, can my dad come instead? I'm like, sure, we'll get a new badge for him that has name. We apparently didn't do it well enough, or he just liked wearing the name Chantel as a badge. So he's walking around with Chantel. So that's why I call him
Here
Chantel.
in spirit.
Yes. So next year, are you guys coming and you're going to bring Chantel?
Yeah.
That's the plan. She was supposed to come. She had a baby, our nephew, 6 months ago. So she was planning on bringing him, and then we were trying to get someone to like stay and kind of watch him.
Tell Dad to stay and watch. Come on, Dad. You
do
don't.
we trust him?
After hanging out with him last night, I can absolutely acknowledge that.
Exactly.
Yes, there we go.
So she tried to be here. She wanted to be here. Unfortunately, she couldn't make it happen. But yeah, next
But
year.
I bought the recording, so I told her you can watch all of them. Yeah.
So for future, continue to grow. I interrupted, but what's your thought with growing?
Yeah, so after the second one, we were kind of just like, okay, it took a while to get a tenant in there, so we were kind of in the hole a little bit. And then we kind of were either like, okay, we either want to stay with Lubbock for one more.
Because we knew the market.
Totally.
We had a team there, so we could.
If it was the right deal. So we actually offered on a few properties that we ended up not getting, which was a bummer. And then I kind of just started looking at all different areas, and it just started getting me confused because I started talking to so many different realtors, like in Indianapolis, in Muncie, Indiana, that I heard about from your podcast.
Yeah.
And then also
Little
like
Rock.
Little
yes.
Rock,
Yeah, we're looking at
Buffalo, somewhere else, Cleveland, like just all over the map. That I think I was just like, okay, maybe I should go back to Lubbock. I think I just started getting confused on where to focus.
Totally. My suggestion is I like having two ponds to fish in at one time, meaning Lubbock and let's say you pick, I don't know, Little Rock or wherever, because if you're just in one city, who knows, deals might pass, or you might not even get one for a little while, but you might be ready. But another pond that you're fishing in, let's say that city, Little Rock or wherever it might be, you see more deals because a lot of students ask me, well, should I do that? Like, should I house hack or should I spend all that money on a one down payment? Or there are always these ors, but it's not the or. It's whatever deal comes.
Yeah.
And if we get a deal in front of us and we know we can make money from it, we know we can buy it, we can afford it, and we're going to put the mortgages and everything like that, then we take the deal. And so it's deal incumbent, not anything else outside of that. So definitely I would suggest don't get too overwhelmed. If you're looking at like 8 cities, oh my goodness, that's so much. In fact, that's why they come up with the term analysis paralysis. Like if you're looking at 15 properties, your brain starts like, which one's good? That's why I like the Greenlight Deal Analyzer, because it literally just tells you. It's a green light. Like this fits everything that we would do. And in fact, I'll tell you, I don't think I've ever told anybody this, but I actually made it even more like conservative. Like if it does, because I'm giving this out to people, like they're buying it.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have any doubt. Like, so I made it even much more conservative, like on the better end. If it's all green, more than likely it's better than what I would normally have bought. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. So continue to grow. I would definitely suggest keep looking for more and more deals.
Yeah.
So how are you guys working on financing for these properties?
Conventional loan. And I think going real quick back to your last question, we are kind of at a crossroads because we are renting in Orange County right now.
Oh, goodness.
And so our rent
I
is-
moved out of California, so
Yeah.
just to say that. But you guys might like California. It's just really expensive. And lots of other stuff.
It is. I know. Our rent is pretty affordable, but that's another thing where we're trying to figure out, do we go and do we do another purchase out of state? Do we purchase our own property and kind of house hack in Orange County.
I'd say whatever, personally,
yeah,
my
whatever.
suggestion is whatever deal comes. If you find
I
one
like
and you have
that.
the ability to, then do that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
don't just say,
helpful.
I'm only doing this and foregoing other great opportunities.
Yeah, so we've been putting 20% down on all the properties so far, just conventional loans. So that's kind of what's been the holdup too, a little bit. At least.
Did you guys both and Chantel, are you guys all three on the same mortgage?
So the first one, I'm the only one on the loan.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then
So that frees up, so you still have 4 spots, if that's the way you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the second one, we're all 3 on the loan.
Oh, man. Was Chantel like, I need to be on the loan, like you need to make sure I'm...
No,
oh.
I think
No.
none of us really wanted to be on the loan. I think like I didn't want all the risk again. So I
Again,
was like,
yeah.
I prefer to at least be on the loan with other people. But
Yeah.
at that time, we didn't know about the limit.
Got it.
Really?
Well, the limit's
Yeah.
10, but banks, they
That's
just
what I
don't
thought,
like
okay.
to go past 4. It's just not, it's not a
okay.
preference.
The lender kind of made it, they were making it sound like it would be really complicated if we all 3 didn't have the loan in each of our names.
Don't listen to them.
I know.
Don't listen to them. They want that because it makes them feel better. Their investors, like whatever organization that or company that they're using their money to help
Yeah.
you get this. Don't
Yeah.
listen to them. Literally, do not listen to mortgage brokers unless they say I can get you a loan. Good, but you
Yeah.
dictate to them.
Well, the
now, if
other-
any mortgage broker is listening, you're going to get upset. I apologize, but don't do that.
Yeah.
Literally, just do what the investors need.
The other thing
Yeah,
was
that's
that if, like, I was going to get it in my name one time, but I didn't have all the money for the down payment in my bank account. So that was an issue, too, of, like, if we're going to do that, then we need to, like,
2
put
months
the
ahead
money-
advance,
yeah,
put all in there?
Exactly,
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
So that was kind of something we realized, like, we need to do if
Yeah.
we're going to get it in one name.
Another quick little tip is, and I'm not saying like don't do anything. I'm saying don't do anything that's against the IRS. But if you put in $10,000 or more, then it's recorded to the IRS. Like it's literally reported. So if you in a 24-hour period, so if you wait a little bit, like put a little bit here in there, like under 10,000, that's not reported to the IRS by the bank. They're like literally required by the bank, or sorry, by the IRS to send IRS a statement. Hey, Lana and Laura, and Chantel all just gave us $10,000. You must know about it. So just a little side
Yeah.
note. Just do a little at a time. My suggestion. You're not trying to get around the laws. You're
Yeah.
just making sure, because who knows? Maybe it's going to go back into another account. Like
Yeah.
you just keep doing that back and forth.
Yeah.
The IRS might be saying, "Hey, what are you guys doing? Are you laundering money?" So just
Yeah.
keep that in
I'm
mind.
actually a tax CPA. But
So am I off base in what I'm saying?
no, I haven't
Please tell me if I'm
seen
wrong.
that
I need-
before, but I'm sure it is a thing. But like with my company, we have such high net worth individuals that I don't think I see it much.
If you talk to any bank that you bank at and ask them, "Hey, do you report if I bring over $10,000 in cash?" Not like a transfer; it's cash.
Yeah.
If you do that, I think also transfer too. They do stuff. But anyways, talk to the bank.
Interesting,
But
yeah.
Yeah,
because you never know if you're moving back and forth money because hey, it wants to be in your account as a.
for sure.
We just want to
Gift
make sure we're
tax.
protected as much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So for future, Chantal, our older sister, was kind of like hesitant on whether she wanted to buy the third property with us. So that's kind of just been like back and forth. Like she's in, she's out. So I think right now she's in, and we were kind of on hold until we were like, let's just go to RubeCon, meet people, make connections, get new ideas. And so, yeah, I think that's what we're here to figure out. And then I think Chantal will join if it's a good deal, you know, like she always does.
Chantel, I'm going to call you out. You got to put in some work. You got to not just say, "Hey, let me piggyback. Let me ride your coattails." So for everybody listening,
she has a new baby. So.
That's a huge.
Yeah.
I'm blessed to have the easy job of making money. My wife has a hard job of homeschooling and raising the kids, so
Yeah.
I completely get that. I do have to say, I am not an accountant, so don't listen to anything I say. This is just what I've been told by my accountants. Apparently, Lana is, so definitely talk to her about all that stuff. But this is so fantastic. I'm so glad to have you guys and met you here at RubeCon. Hopefully next year, Chantel will come too, and
Yeah.
we can see you guys have at least. Well, let me ask you this: what is a goal that you can give yourselves by next year, 2024, of RubeCon?
So we thought that we would have our third property already. That was kind of our goal, is like, let's at least get, because we bought 2 in 1 year, so we were like, let's do another one in 6 months, and now it's been a year, so we have the money saved. By next year, ideally we have 2. I would want.
Yeah, I kind of want to. So my boyfriend's a carpenter, and I would love to have our own place in Orange County and build an ADU.
Oh, yeah. Those are
Yeah.
fantastic in Orange County. Absolutely.
I think that would be awesome to kind of house hack, build
Absolutely.
an ADU. But yeah, again, the options are endless.
Yeah, and it is what you said. Like, if there's a deal, then yeah, we'll go that route.
Yeah, that's a good tip because I do feel at a crossroads where I'm like, I don't know where we should put our funds and put our energy next.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that is helpful to hear and be reminded.
Absolutely. Well, Laura and Lana, thank you so much for being on the show. This has been so fantastic. Now, I really, really appreciate you guys being a part of RubeCon. Definitely bringing all these people. Like you brought Ronnie and your dad as well, and hopefully Chantel come. Hopefully Ronnie's coming next year. But I really appreciate you guys listening to the podcast as well as come to RubeCon. It's encouraging to me that people are moving forward because it's just so much fun. I feel more fulfilled. Like when you guys told me you did that, I was like, oh, but I got to talk to you guys. Let's hang out, and it's going to be great. But
Literally from your podcast, that's how we took action and got started.
That's so terrific.
It is awesome.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, you guys, for coming on the show. I really appreciate you.
Thank you for
Yeah.
bringing us. This is
We were
awesome.
nervous, but excited nervous.
Awesome. Well, next year, I want to hear a report. You guys accomplished your goal, and we'll have you on the show again.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys.
Will
Thank you
do.
so much,
Thank you.
ladies.
Thank you, Dustin.
And that is it for today. Go ahead and get my free real estate investing course. Text the word rental to 33777. RENTAL to 33777. You can also join my Real Estate Wealth Builders group coaching. Get all my courses. All right, guys. We'll see you in the next show. See ya.